Our first speaker this evening is a person who speaks with a high level of enthusiasm and confidence. You know, of course, that I'm talking about Jake Martin. He displays a true sense of dedication to bring valuable information to his audience. He is a speaker who moves people through his words. In his speech, supportive peers breeds more cheers. He is sure to bring something out of you that many speakers simply cannot do. Now it's time for you to provide Jake Martin with a Carolwood welcome. Let's hear it for Jake.
Yay! Wow.
Now you can mute yourself.
I believe in you. I believe in you. These 4 words can have such an impact on someone's life. Incredible. When I talk to people, I really want to dig deep and find out what their passions are. What do they care about in life? Because when you find out what they care about and they start speaking on this topic, you know joy and complete positive expression comes to their face, and it makes you feel fantastic as well. So you're both getting a little something out of it. I got a story here. I have a girlfriend named Lila, and she's going for a dentistry program at USF. If you know anything about dentistry, you know it's a little bit of a difficult program. The tests are extremely difficult. The hours of studying are extremely difficult. It's a hard program, let's be honest. Not everyone can do it. All right. So after she works on this program, she's getting stressed out. I can see it visually in her face. She comes to me one night, we talk a little bit about it, and she begins, telling me that she's a little upset. She thinks she can't quite do it. It's hard. It's hard, Jake. It's stressful. It's hard. And I say, listen, I grab her and I say, Lila, I believe in you. I know you can do this. If anyone can do it, you can do it. Her face absolutely glue up. She was so excited to hear that. And what happened next is beautiful. She asked me, how's your motivational speaking going? How's your speaking going? How's Toastmasters going? This sort of thing. And I say, it's great. And it's getting better every single day. What is her response, you think? She grabs me. She says, Jake, listen, I believe in you. I know you are going to be at the top of whatever you put your mind to, especially in the speaking program. That feeling I had after she said that to me was unbelievable. You can well imagine when someone tells you that sort of thing, you're boosted through the roof. What I'm getting at here is the rule of gold, that what you put out in this world is going to come back to you in some form or another. Words or actions. Action-wise, I was very, very low on funds last couple weeks, and I decided something needed to change. So I decided to save 10% of my income. All income came in, 10%, and I would spend it on charities, giving to people, helping out. That's what I did. And I noticed something very strange. I became more rich, but I had less spending money. How did that work out? I noticed that my dad was giving me more gas money than ever before for me taking him to places. I noticed my friends were paying for more meals than have ever happened before. And one week I remember very vividly is I'm an umpire, and I usually have one game a week, $50. And this one week I had 3 games out of nowhere. I was struggling for money, I tell you. And I had 3 games out of nowhere. It was a blessing, absolute blessing. The big takeaway here, people, is that if you want more out of life, you got to give out. You got to give these positive, encouraging messages out in the world if you expect it in return. You have to give out these emotional messages of pure positivity, encouragement, motivation, if you want it in return. And you don't know what that 4 four-word phrase can do to someone's life. It will not just benefit them, but it will have extraordinary benefits on yourself. Toastmaster.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests, tonight I want to evaluate Jake's speech. And Jake, first of all, I do believe in you. I like that you started off your speech with a very positive attitude. You mentioned the fact that you are an umpire, so I got the chance to learn a little bit more about you. You mentioned some concerns with money, but you also spun that around in a positive light, showing that even with money concerns, you can still enjoy life and support others. You mentioned how you've helped others, and even though it does cost you some expense, you still get a reward out of helping others, which is a very positive attitude to have and a trait that I also share with you as well. I like that you started off with your speech. You were dressed for the part, you had on a shirt, you had on that nice bright red tie that said, "Hey, look at me, I'm someone you want to listen to." You started off with a question which prompted everyone to listen up and try to understand, where are you going with this? And with the statement, "I believe in you," what is this person going to talk to us about? I could say for a fact I was a little bit distracted when you started because you were trying to set your camera up, or I think you were trying to come off, press the mute button. And because of that, it was a little bit distracting. I would recommend that you do two things. One, try to unmute your camera while the person's introducing you. And two, raise your camera up, because when you're standing up looking down at your camera, it creates a certain impression of you versus if you had your camera at your face level or your body level. I like that you incorporate a lot of gestures in your speech. You emphasize what you're saying by using your hands. I found that you spoke very clearly and you are very good at telling stories. To challenge yourself, I would recommend you introduce a little bit of dialogue and maybe a little bit of vocal variety as you change from yourself to the other character in your story. That's something that's an advanced technique, but something I don't doubt you can handle. And I look forward to hearing more speeches from you and watch you as you grow as a Toastmaster. Thank you.